Hello, hello. If you all will give me some indication in the comments when you can hear me. I am doing my first ever Facebook Live here with Girl Scouts, and I want to make sure my tech's all good to go. Yay, I got a "you sound good." I'll take it. How is everyone tonight? If you are doing well, tell me in the comments, say hello, shout out your troop, or anything else you'd like to say hi with us tonight. If you had a good dinner or if you had a good day. Oh, we're from all over PA. And we have some troop numbers coming in. It's so nice to see you all. It's so nice to be able to join you tonight and do some fun crafts and learn a little bit about a really, really cool service project that we're going to do. So the very first thing I should probably do is introduce myself. I'm Jess. I'm with Girl Scouts, and I am thrilled to be here. So first question, let's start off with something fun. Let's see. If you have a favorite Valentine's candy, can you tell us what it is in the comments? I would love to know what your favorite Valentine's candy is. Hi, my friends. Oh, I love seeing everybody chiming in here. Lots of troop numbers. Oh, good, you can still hear me. I like that. So again, if you're just joining us, go ahead and let's have a little bit of fun and tell me if you have a favorite Valentine's candy. Go ahead and put that in the comments for me and we can see how we're doing here. I got one vote for chocolate, another vote for Hershey Kisses. Those are some of my favorites too, although I'm a big dark chocolate person. Ooh, chocolate cherries. Heart cookies. Lollipops. You don't hear that one very often. I like that. Excellent. Well, you guys keep them coming. I want to hear all about your favorite candies, especially because if I haven't had them yet, I want to try them. Oh, Airheads, that's a good one. But I'm going to go ahead and get us started. I'm going to start out slow so that we don't miss anybody coming in. But we'll go ahead and learn about this service project. And if anybody's joining us who's not a Girl Scout, this can be a great project for you too. So if I reference Girl Scouts, that's okay. You can still join us and participate. So first things first, I want to make sure everybody's got some supplies. We're going to need a few things if you are crafting along with us tonight. All right, so first you're going to need some paper, preferably some colored paper or maybe white paper, whatever you like. Any color you have is fine. All right, you're going to need some pens, pencils, maybe markers or colored pencils or crayons. Oh, I still see lots of good candies coming up in the chats. Keep them coming. I love it. You're going to need some coloring utensils, something fun to create some color on paper. You're also going to need some scissors, maybe some string or ribbon if you have it, no big deal if not. Some stickers if you have them. What else do I have here? I have some tape. Glue sticks would also work. I have a hole punch in case I need it. I don't know if I will or not, but I might use it. We're going to get creative. I have a stapler. You might not need it. You might. So whatever craft supplies you have that you like working with best, maybe set those up around your table so that you're all set to go. Because as we talk about the project and we talk about our crafts, we're going to work our way through a bunch of different really cool pop-up card things that you can do. And you'll be able to put these on cards, not just that you make tonight, but lots and lots of cards that you do either over the next couple of days or for the rest of your life, because pop-up cards are always fun, right? Okay. Oh, I see lots of good gummies, chocolates. Nice, keep them coming. I love this. So if you guys have your supplies and you are ready, maybe give me a thumbs up in the comments. If you have any questions along the way, I will do my best to answer them. I also have a wonderful Girl Scout friend who is paying attention to our comments, who is going to help me out there as well tonight. So we'll do our best to get to your questions. And of course, this will be recorded. So if you miss anything and you want to come back and check it out later, you absolutely can. So our project tonight is a national service project that GSUSA has come up with, and we are teaming up with a couple different organizations to be what's called Cupid's Crew. And that's us, you out there making cards, me here making cards, any of us who participate, we are part of Cupid's Crew. All right, and there's an information page on the GSUS website. You can check that out at any time. If your troop leaders are interested, they can take a peek at that as well. And I'm just going to give you a little rundown of what's on our Cupid project for tonight. So, as many of you know, we have had quite the year, right? I bet most of us have been staying home a lot more often. We haven't seen quite as many people, and that has affected more than just us. That has affected people in every corner of our neighborhood, in every corner of our world. And Cupid's Crew is going to do something to help. So stay tuned. I'm going to tell you more about Cupid's Crew. But first things first, I want to get you started on some craft. All right? So pick a piece of paper. All right? Doesn't matter what color. And I would like you to start cutting out some shapes. These can be hearts for Valentine's Day. These could be stars or flowers or just flower petals. Whatever shape you like and you might like to incorporate into your card, start cutting out different shapes. And we want to keep them kind of on the smaller side so they fit inside our cards and on the outside of our cards. All right? So hearts, stars, flowers, circles for smiley faces, whatever sort of shape you like, you can go ahead and start cutting those out now. And if you want to draw them first and then cut them out, that's okay too. If you are not a big drawer, and you would like to, you could also get a coloring book page and you could cut out your shapes from a coloring page. So I brought an example here. If you had a coloring book page like this, oh, let me go in the right direction with that. You could cut out the little flowers and then color those. I will have lots of tips and tricks throughout the evening for anybody who maybe doesn't draw or anything like that. There's always ways to make do. All right. So you cut out some shapes, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Cupid's Crew. So our service project, Cupid's Crew Valentine's Day cards, is what we're going to try and send out love and connection to our community members who are stuck where they are. We have so many of our older community citizens who could be in nursing homes or assisted living facilities, and they don't get to see as many people. They don't get to have visitors right now because of many of the COVID restrictions. And I don't know about you, but that doesn't sound real exciting to me. Bet it doesn't to you either. If you have ever visited a nursing home, or if you have family members that are in a living facility like that, and you have ever had the enjoyment of visiting or saying hello to one of them there, let us know in the comments what type of experience you had. If it was fun, if you got to see a lot of smiles because you made them happy, because I bet you did. Go ahead and share that with us. So anytime we do these projects here on Facebook, if you've been on them before, you've probably heard Sam talk about discover, connect, take action. Well, this first part is our discover. We are discovering that there are a lot of people out there who could really use some cheering up, who could really use some connection from us. And so Cupid's Crew is getting as many of us together as possible to send as many cards to them as we can. Oh, I have some people who have been to nursing homes before, so you understand. So it's like a community living sort of thing, and the visitors come and that's their interaction. Well, COVID's made that really tough. It's been quite a year. And so we're going to take all of our love and good vibes, and we're going to send that to them through these cards. Okay? So even if you've never visited one, this is a really great way. You are going to uplift a lot of spirits with our cards. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and make some cards. Whether you make one card, or your family makes a whole bunch of cards, or your troop makes tons of cards, it doesn't matter. They are all going to make an impact. And the website that we will share has all of the information. It even has a list of places that might be in your community that you can go ahead and send cards to, but it doesn't have to be on the list. If you know a place in your town, you can go ahead and send those after you're all done. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to learn some pop-up tricks, and we're going to make some cards, and then you can take those skills and make lots and lots of cards to send on your own time as well. Oh, someone says their mom works at a nursing home. What a rewarding job to be able to help take care of everyone. That sounds amazing. I bet maybe mom then can take your cards to work, maybe. So if you have some shapes cut out, yeah, have those set to the side. If you don't have shapes cut out just yet, that's okay. Go ahead and take your time. Oh, yep, I see my friend here with Girl Scouts shared the link. So that's our National Service Project page at Girl Scouts of USA. And that gives information about the other organizations that we're teaming up with. That gives information about how to make cards. There's a tip sheet of things that you could say in your cards if you like. Some people will just choose to make pictures and say hello in their cards, and that's okay too. But if you'd like to write messages in your cards, we'll talk a little bit about that tonight, but there's also some tips there. And we're just trying to get as many out there to as many people as possible and make sure that we cheer up some people and we make some connections. So we have some shapes cut out, yes? Maybe, awesome. And we've got some paper for a card. So let's start here. If everyone will go ahead and take a piece of paper that they're going to turn into a card. And the first thing we're going to do, I'm sure some of you have made cards before. We are going to fold it in half. Your pop-up card can work in either direction that you like. Make sure that you have a nice, crisp crease there. All right. And if you're making a couple with us tonight, you can go ahead and fold a couple sheets of paper. I'm going to do that so I have some really good examples, a lot of things for examples for you. All right. So I have 2 cards. I think I'm going to fold myself 4, so I have enough examples for you all. How's that sound? Can you just use stickers? Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. I have another one there. Oh, all right. So this is my 4th one. Now, I'm going to show you a little magic trick. You never knew how easy it was to make a pop-up card, but tonight you will. So you have your card and you have it how it opens, but fold it back up for me for a second, okay? And I want you to find that side with the seam, not the side that opens, but the side with the crease. All right? And now's where you're going to need your scissors. All right? So you're going to take your scissors and you are going to cut with me a little notch. I'll show you. I'm going to draw it on first, show it to you, and then I'm going to cut it out and show you. All right. So I have drawn part of a box there on my seam side. All right. And then I am going to cut just the edges of that. All right, so see, I just cut the edges, so I have this little flap right here. All right, now make sure you've got some room in front of you. You can lay it down and open it up. All right, and see now you have this little cutout here in the center. You can probably see here, I'll poke my finger through there. Can you see that? So push that to the center of your card and then crease it again. Show you in just a second. All right, so now it looks like we're missing a piece. But when I open my card, I have this little block sticking up. Can we see that? It doesn't have to be perfect. It just gives you what looks like a little seat inside your card. All right, once you have your seat, I want you to take one of those shapes you cut out. All right, I'm going to go ahead real quick and I'm going to cut out a little shape so that I've got one. I think I'm going to cut out a heart because it's Valentine's and we're making Cupid Crew cards. And I'm just going to make a little heart. Ta-da! My heart. See my heart there? All right. So you'll want a little piece of tape or a glue stick. And you, my friend, are going to succeed in making your first pop-up in the first 10 minutes we've been here. Hi, everybody. It does not matter what size it is. And it's okay if you messed up. I'm trying to keep an eye on the comments here as best I can. We all make mistakes. And believe me, I have messed up. And thankfully, you know what? It's paper. And it's another piece of paper and it's tape. So a mess up here no biggie. So what I'm going to do is I made a little tape circle, a little tape loop. If you have a glue stick or Elmer's glue or anything like that, that would work too. So I'm just putting my tape piece on the back, and I'm holding open my card, and I am going to tape my heart right there. All right. Now, the point is right at the bottom, so that when I close my card, let me make sure I'm in the screen. When I close my card, you just made a pop-up card. Because that's it. That is the beginning of a pop-up card. Oh, I'm upside down. That is the beginning of a pop-up card. You can make this shape as big as your card, as long as it doesn't take over your card. And the little cutout behind it, you can make as big or as small as you like. All right, I'm going to make another couple right next to it. All right, let me see. I'm going to check in some comments here just in case I can help anybody out or I missed anything. All right. And don't worry, we'll do this again. I will show it to you again, and I will show you a couple other ways to do it too. So no worries at all. All right. All right, so I'm going to close it up with my heart inside, and I'm going to cut a great big flap this time. I cut a great big flap there. And I'm going to open up my card, and I'm going to push it through. See how I pulled it through? All right. And then I'm going to close my card again to crease it so that it has a nice strong crease. So then here I have another flap. See? So this pop-up will come further out to the card because I made it a bigger all right. All right, so I made another flap, and don't worry, we'll make these throughout the rest of the night. And so you'll get to see me make lots and lots and lots of those. All right, so you have that other pop-up there. See if I turn it from the side, maybe that'll help some of you with another view. All right, you've got your little, what I call the chair. Okay, now, say you have some stickers. Say you have, I have a little froggy here. My daughter was very nice and shared some stickers with me. And I'm gonna put a sticker right there. And now I have a prop-up frog. Yep, so that when I close it, he hides away and then he pops up. All right, I'm gonna cut another flap. This time I'm gonna cut a really thick flap to show you how that works too. This is good if you wanna put something bigger inside your card. So again, I made a great big giant flap. Can you use a glue bottle? Yes, you can. All right. And don't worry if you don't get done. There's no time limit or speed or anything on this. I'm going to chat more about Cupid Crew, and I am going to make cards with you. And that is what our evening consists of. So it is no rush. You can take your time. I will show you some different techniques after a while. And then you can always come back and view our video whenever you like with parents' permission and pick up the things that maybe you didn't get a chance to try because you were still learning the beginning. So, all right, looky here. I now have 3 places for a pop-up. All right, 3 places. So the next thing I'm going to show you how to make is a little flower. Now, if you cut out hearts, you can make a flower. If you cut out petals, you can, oh, and you don't have to have stickers. I just happen to have one. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut out 3 hearts. I'm going to show you a really cute way to make a flower to go inside our pop-up card. All right. Oh, my flower's going to be green. I picked up green paper. Everybody okay with that? Can we have green flowers? Let me know if we can have green flowers and I'll change it. All right, so we're gonna make a flower. I have one heart. All right, I have another heart, and I have another heart, and it is no big deal that they are not the same size. All right. Oh, someone's using glue and glitter. Lovely. All right. So I want to make sure that there's that little crease inside my heart shape. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one heart and I'm going to attach this. Just, I don't know if you can see there. I'm going to show you. I'm going to attach from this one. I'm going to put this on top of it. I'm going to put a little piece of tape or glue if you've got it. Totally fine. But I'm only going to attach one side so that we have the cute little flap. Okay. I'm going to take my other heart. I'm going to go to the other side. And I'm going to put another piece of tape on it. All right. Oh, mine got a little off center, but I think it'll be okay. All right. And so here you have the beginning. You have the beginning part of your flower. You can make as many of these petals as you like, and then just keep filling them in. So what we have here is the petals along the front. All right. And so it's kind of 3D, those hearts all tucked together. I'm going to make a couple more petals and add them in. All right, and with each new heart that I cut out with the seam in the middle, I am just going to make my flower more and more full by continuing to tuck them inside and taping them or gluing them together. Oh, my hands were stuck. I'm seeing all sorts of creative things going on there. I made a face with heart eyes popping out and a mouth. I'm making a butterfly. Excellent. I will show you a neat way to, a little later tonight, I'll show you a neat way to do another butterfly thing that you might enjoy. All right. So I'm going to put my last flower petal in here before I attach it to my pop-up card. Oh, my tape doesn't want to work. All right. So, and it doesn't matter. You can get creative and do all sorts of different things. I'm going to put my last little piece of tape on my heart. It needed more than I thought. And what I have here, and you can kind of see it better that way. It looks a little bit like a star. I've taped all of the edges of these hearts together. All right, and then you have the pretty little flower petals. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this on my pop-up, the chair that we made, the biggest chair that I cut out of the paper, so that you can see how that works. And then we fold our card. And again, we have another pop-up. All right. And then you could make a little stem and add the stem down at the bottom. But you have that really, ooh, let me find my camera here. I got a little, all right. So we've got a nice, fun, lots of flower petals. And then when we close it, that all folds down into our pop-up. All right. Now, some of you might be wondering, what do we do when our card looks like this with our pop-up? Does anybody's card look like this right about now? I'm going to wait and see if anybody else is having this dilemma. I mean, the inside of our card looks cool. We have pop-ups. But the outside of my card is looking a little, I don't know. So I'm going to show you a trick. Because now we can go ahead and take our pop-up card and we're going to, oh, we have another butterfly. You can slide it into another piece of paper, glue those together or tape them together, and then your outside of your card I don't know what to say. That's okay. We'll chat a little bit about what to write in it in a little bit. I want to show you a couple pop-up tricks first, and then we'll talk about some ideas to put in it. And don't worry, I don't think you'll sound cheesy. But you can pop it in there. The neat thing about this, if your card starts out looking like this, like mine does, you take another piece of paper the same size, tuck it in there and glue it down. This does two things for us. This makes a really great place for us to write the outside of our card, and it makes the whole card more sturdy for our pop-ups. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull up my page here to give you all some ideas of things that you might like to include or say if you're at that point on your card. If you're not at that point on your card, don't worry. All right. But if you are, we can chat a little bit about the things. What would you like to hear? If you were getting a card from someone and you were feeling kind of down or hadn't seen people or anything like that, what types of things might you like to hear from someone? Maybe a hello, maybe I hope you're having a great day. Maybe I was thinking of you. Even if we don't specifically know who this is going to, we are thinking of them, aren't we? That's the whole part of this project, is we want them to know that we are thinking of them and that they are doing well. So pulling my sheet back up here. All right. You guys are already doing some of the things that are on my tips list here, which is to write your hand by card. You're making your whole card by hand, not just your writing. So that'll be extra special to them. What should I write about? So of course you want to be kind and thoughtful. All right. You're doing this to spread kindness. You want to be creative, which I think you're all doing right now. So it's a great start. Since you don't know who it's being sent to, you could start with something like dear friend or hello. Happy Heart Day is a great suggestion. If you know that your card will get there by Valentine's Day or around Valentine's Day, you could wish them a happy Valentine's Day. If you're not sure, then it could be any number of greetings. It doesn't have to be specifically for Valentine's. It's always nice to introduce yourself, to tell them your name, maybe say something about you and why you wanted to do this. We want to send positive thoughts and warm, happy greetings to them. And they also might like to hear a little bit, something that's unique to you. Have you been doing something cool with Girl Scouts or school that they might like to hear about? Have you had other projects in the community that they might be interested in? If you are working on another service project or a community service project, they might really appreciate hearing what's going on in their neighborhood. We don't want to do anything too personal, so you don't want to get into your own personal life story or anything that's too detailed like that. But of course, projects that you're doing with your school, projects that you are doing with Girl Scouts or any of your other groups where you're helping other people or spreading some kindness, those are neat things to mention. It always makes us feel good when we know other people are doing more feel-good things, because we know that's going around the community and that helps everybody. So what are some other things that you might like to write in the card? You can write on the inside or the outside, or if you just want to make a whole card of art, you certainly may. Another option too, on the webpage that we've shared with you, on the Cupid Crew site, there are template cards that you can download and print. They are blank on the inside and they have Cupid Crew on the outside, so you could do that as well. You could also use those as the outside part to your pop-up card. So if you wanted to do that, you could do that as well. I'm going to go ahead and start working on the next part of another pop-up for you. And again, if you're not ready to move on, that is totally okay. But if you are, I've got some ideas for you. So we've learned the first two parts of a pop-up that I wanted to show you. And the first one is the little chair. Ta-da, the chair. And then the second one is layering shapes together to get some cool petals. The other one, and I'm sure many, many, many of you have made an accordion fold before. If you haven't, bear with me and I will show you. So I am going to go ahead and make my piece of paper just a little bit smaller right now so that I don't have quite so much accordion within my card. All right. Okay. So for those of you who maybe have not done an accordion fold, start with a little piece of paper and you're going to fold down just one edge and it makes a little flap like that. All right. And you folded, we'll call this forward. All right. We folded forward. When we fold again, we want to fold backwards. All right. So now we folded once forward and once backwards and it's over here. Your paper is going to start to make a zigzag. All right. And we do this a whole bunch of times. All right. And if you do a first one to figure out how to do it and it's messy, no biggie. All right. Crafting definitely has some times where we try things and we figure out how they work and then we get better at them. And that's what practice is all about. You will get better at making pop-ups if you keep trying. You will get better at writing messages to friends you haven't met yet who need some little uplifting cards or messages. You will get better at your cutting skills, your creativity skills. We just keep working at it. So what I have here is my accordion fold. All right. Now, the cool thing about an accordion fold is you can use this many, many, many ways in pop-ups. All right. This alone will make a pop-up. If you glue one side of this, and I'm going to get a fresh card right now just so that you guys can see what I mean. So here's my card. All right, we have them opening. We'll do this one upright since we haven't done that one yet. And I take one edge of my accordion fold and I glue it right in the center of my page. What is going to pop out when they open their card? Right, the accordion will do just that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and tape mine down. And then we're going to figure out what I'd like to attach to it. All right. Someone mentioned a patch. Yes, there is a patch for this, and that information is on the GSUSA page that we shared as well. Absolutely. All right, so I'm opening my mail, and I have a card, and I open it. Ta-da! It's a pop-up card. Everybody loves a pop-up card because it's fun and it's unexpected. So here we have this, and just like our chair on the other one, that allows us, let me make sure you got a good view of this. That allows us to attach something to the front that will then pop up when the card is open. Another really important thing to remember is all this stuff needs to be flat so that it mails well. We don't want to add too many bulky things because then it's harder to put in the envelopes and such. So if you're using other creative craft things, just think about how it's going to close into the envelope before you get too far into it. So we have our accordion fold. The other neat thing about an accordion fold is that you can do lots of really cool things with it. So what if I cut a heart? I'm going to make a big old heart right here. And then I folded that in an accordion shape. All right, I'm going to do it real quick. All right. Back and forth, back and forth. Do you know what you're doing while you're making these cards? You are connecting. You're connecting to that idea that we talked about in Cupid's Crew. We discovered that there's a need. We know that there are many, many people out there that need our connection, that need some cheering up. And we're connecting with how to do that for them. And so by making these cards and finding a way to spread our cheer, you are connecting with that. And then at the end, who can guess what take action means in this? For those of you who have heard our Discover, Connect, Take Action that we have in Girl Scouts. All right. So now what do I have? I have an accordion heart. Well, guess what will go awfully nicely inside my card and fold up my accordion heart. All right, so what we would do then is you'll need some glue or 2 pieces of tape to tape each end of the heart. All right, I have 2 pieces of tape. What I'm going to do is right on the edge of the flap there. Oh, I have to go on the other side for this one. All right, 1 piece of tape. Okay. Where can we send these? Oh, my Facebook helper is on it tonight. Thank you. Yes, you can send them to places local to you. If you need help looking for an extra place, there is a list of possible options on the website. There's a PDF that you can check out. So I have my tape on either side of my heart. Yes? All right, so then I'm going to open the inside of my card and I'm going to tape one edge first. So I've taped one edge. Oh, my hand is in the way. One edge of my heart to my card. All right. And then over here on the other side of the fold, I'm going to tape the other side. Because then, oh, I should open that up a little bit. If I go wider, the heart will be seen more visibly when we open the card. So I'm going to go a little bit wider on my accordion fold there. Oh, somebody said, I'm so proud of my first card. Guess what? I'm proud of your first card too. We're going to have time at the end, and I will let people, if they are interested, put a picture or 2 up in the comments of their cards if they would like to share them. So I taped my edges there, and then when I fold it, all those accordion folds will tuck right in. Sometimes when you fold it down, you got to get it just right a little bit, but fold it down, pop-up card, fits in an envelope, and ta-da! Pop-up heart card. All right. Oh, I see some people still sharing some amazing Valentine's candies with me. I'm so excited. Hershey Kisses Dark Chocolate. I'm a big fan. Love those. Nice choice. I also saw somebody put Laffy Taffy. That's another good one. I haven't had Laffy Taffy in a long time. So we talked about the chair, cutting that out of the back of the card. We talked about an accordion fold. Another neat thing is you can draw on your accordion on your piece of paper first and then fold your accordion. And then you could make something like, you could make a rainbow that opened up across the page. You could make a surprise picture that when they opened up the card, the accordion opened up and revealed a picture. I have my notes here, so I want to make sure that I'm sharing all of the different ideas with you all. Oh, this is the other one. I almost forgot about this one. With the accordion. So let me get to, where did my first accordion go? Huh, I have so many cards I've started. All right. So I have an accordion fold. All right. This one turned out a little tall. I'm going to make it a little shorter. I'm just going to cut it down the middle. And then I have 2, and I can use the other one for something else. But I wanted one that's a little shorter. So all I did was cut it in half. All right. So this is what I have here. And look at this shape. Can you all see this shape that I have here? It's kind of arched at the top. All right. So much like we put our heart in there, I'm going to tape both sides of this to our card. Once I get it done, I'll show it to you. I wanted to make sure I had it on here right first. All right. And it's much easier to explain once I have this part done. So now our pop-up goes this way. All right. So it fans out around here. And what I did was I took each flat side of my accordion and I taped it to the paper long ways. All right. This one can take a couple tries before you get the hang of exactly how it works. But once you do, easy peasy. So I love this shape because it can be turned into so many things. I'm going to give us a moment here in the comments. If you can think of something that you might turn this shape into a card, share it with us in the comments. All right, it's a pop-up and there are tons of different answers. I'm gonna just make sure my creases are real good here. And you would open the card and go pop up. All right. And we go here and then we go the other direction and it's a different shape because it's going sideways now. So you could come up with all sorts of different things. And I'm going to give you a moment before I give you the ideas because I want to hear what you all think of this shape. Did I know that dark chocolate is good for me? You know, I had heard that and I just keep hoping it's true and I'm going to go with it. This is hard. I understand. Sometimes paper crafting, as we call this, can be difficult the first couple of times. So I'm going to try and show you some easy bits. If anything I do is too tough, go back to something easier that I've showed you and keep practicing that. I just want to make sure I show lots of different options for anybody who comes back and checks out the video later. So if you have questions about the folding, let me know and I will try to re-explain things. But those are just some of the starting ones. So please don't be overwhelmed. Try what you can do. Skip the rest of it. No biggie. All right. Let me get my notes up here. So, all right. Any guesses yet on our shape? I only see a couple comments at a time, so if they haven't come up yet, that's okay. So I'm going to give some ideas. So this could be, I'm pointed the right direction. What about a peacock? Could that be the tail feathers to a peacock or another bird or a turkey? Could that be a clown's ruffle around his neck? I know some clown costumes have that sort of ruffle. Could it be a fan, like it's really hot outside in the summer and you've made a fan for something? It could be a rainbow. It could be a sunshine if you did it, like if my paper colors were switched and I did a yellow accordion fold in the middle, it could make that a great big sunshine. All right. And again, it just folds down. And then each time you open it, you have that cool little detail there. Okay. So we've seen the accordion fold and we have seen the chair and a tongue. It looks like a tongue, like somebody's going. Absolutely. So whatever your creative imagination tells you, you can turn that into, go for it. It could be all sorts of different things, from sunsets to rainbows to birds, all sorts of different options. All right. So someone earlier had mentioned that they were making a butterfly. And I want to show you a neat thing that we can do. This goes back to the idea of the chair, but it's also a way to do a cool shape in your paper. So I have my paper here and my fold. And this works a lot like if you've ever cut out snowflakes or if you've ever cut heart out of paper by using the seam to help you out. All right. So what we want to create is we're gonna make a little butterfly here. All right. Using the seam as our friend. All right. We don't want to cut that part. We're going to cut around it. I'm going to draw some butterfly wings. And I'm going to draw very simple ones. You can get as detailed as you want. All right. So I have drawn a very simple butterfly there. And I'm doing mine very big so that you can see it, but you can make smaller ones. All right. And what I'm going to do is, see, here's my crease. I'm going to leave my crease there as the butterfly's body. And I'm going to cut out the wings. All right. So I'm going to cut. Doesn't have to be perfect. All right. So when I open my card again, I have butterfly wings that flap. Okay, this is another great opportunity to where you would put this inside another piece of paper. And I'm going to show that to you right now so that you can see the effect of the butterfly when they open. So we take that and we slide it into another folded piece of paper. All right, and we would glue it or tape it down. I'll show it to you. It's hard to hold flappy paper up in front of the screen, so I'm going to tape it real quick and then I'll show you what I'm doing. All right. And again, if you know you're going to make a bunch of these, you know, you may get the first part started on a whole bunch of them and then set them out to dry, let the glue dry. Particularly this part, if you're adding a whole extra piece of paper to the outside, you might need a little extra time for them to set before you moved on to decorating the inside and all of that. All right. So what I have here is 2 pieces of paper. One has not been cut at all. And the other one that has been cut with our butterfly shape is tucked on the inside. So once I have attached these 2 outer pieces of paper together, the butterfly wings will flap up off of the page. I just want to. Okay, and you could write a message inside there. You could decorate this. You could do this smaller and write a message on the side, or you could write what you wanted to write as a greeting on the front. Okay, so it's another neat way here. And now, I have my last one that I'm going to show you for the night before we start to close things up. I've had so much fun with you all tonight. Thank you for chatting with me and joining along. I hope you have some really fun creations that you might want to share with us here in just a couple of minutes. This one is not a traditional pop-up card like you might think, but it has the same effect. So I wanted to show you. So if you happen to have a piece of yarn or string, and not everybody may have this, I didn't know about it ahead of time to have it on our supply list because I just saw this today and I wanted to add it to our crafting tonight. But it's just a piece of string and maybe you want to put something fun on it. So you can go back to the idea of stickers. You could hang little things from it. You could punch holes in some of your heart shapes and thread those. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a couple of smiley face stickers on mine to show you just that right there. Just some cute little smiley faces. Mine's just an example to show you what you can do. You can do lots of different things with it. And then all you're going to do is you're going to take your handy dandy taper glue. You are going to open your card and attach one side of your string to the left side of your card and the other side of your string to the right side of your card. Sorry, one more of those things that as soon as I show you, as soon as I have it together, I'll show the camera. So, oh, my string's a little long. I'm just going to trim the end here. All right, so I have made a cute little smiley face pop-up with my stickers that shimmer. All right, and then when you close it, the ribbon falls down in between and then it comes up again. And this could be anything. This could be little smiley faces like on my stickers. This could be hearts that you cut out. That would be a great use for a hole punch if you happen to have the hole punch. You could have danglies coming down off of your strings. I have some extra ribbon here. Maybe you cut some strings to fall down as well so that when they opened it up, it was like a confetti of strings and stickers and all that sort of thing. And that you're not worrying about cutting your paper. You're not worrying about an accordion fold. If that's something that you like better, you can go ahead and do that. The thing that I really like about this one, with some of our pop-up cards this work, with some not as much, but this one, I'm going to move my camera here real quick. When I set up my card like this, it still sits there so nicely. Now my stickers are flipping backwards a little bit, but if you had bigger pictures on these, let me see. Oh, I have bigger stickers. Let me use a big sticker here. All right. If we put a big old, I don't know, dinosaur sticker, because that's what I had. All right. We're going to stick him there. Is he going to stand up a little bit better for us? My dinosaur sticker there. But again, you could take your hole punch, and if you had one of those hearts that we cut out, I know I'm doing a lot of hearts. You don't have to do hearts, but it is Valentine's Day, so I kind of went with that idea. And we take our hole punch and we put a hole in there. You could string them on your ribbon before you taped them in there, and you could put a whole bunch of hearts on your card and string those in there. You could put flowers. You could put a message. Maybe you put hearts and it says happy day across the hearts. So those are just some of the many, many, many pop-up cards that you can make. There are so many. If you have permission to go online and look them up, then you please go check them out. There are some really neat things to do. I also encourage you to check in with your adults and check in with your troop leaders to see where you might be able to spread your joy. See what centers in your community could use some uplifting. Maybe ask the appropriate adult to make a phone call and check in first before you send your cards. But I hope that you will take action. I hope that you will take your cards and your wonderful spirit of positivity and share that with people who need it most right now. And our senior community could really use your positivity. They could really use some uplifting. So I hope you will join in Cupid Crew and spread that joy. If you need any information, please don't ever hesitate to contact us at Girl Scouts of Western PA. And you have the Cupid Crew link for the GSUSA information, so you can check out those. And I hope that you have had a wonderful time tonight. If you would like, and you are allowed, if you have permission, if you'd like to share some of your creations in our feed here as a comment with a photograph of your card, you may. If you are particularly proud of something that you made or an idea that you had, we would love to hear that in the comments. If you're not ready to share, that's okay too. And it doesn't matter tonight if you just watched, if you cut out a couple shapes, if you made one card that didn't have a pop-up, or if you made a dozen cards with a dozen pop-ups that were even more intricate than what I showed you. Any of those are fine and wonderful. So I want to thank you for what you've done, and I hope you've had a wonderful evening tonight. Oh, I'm just going to check in on some of the comments. Oh, we're seeing lots of comments about people who have visited before. We know we can't do that right now, but have visited before and taken cards, or who have sent cards, and that the response is really always so happy, that you make people smile and you lift them up, that you have the opportunity to, just make someone's day because you made a craft, which was probably also kind of fun for you. And you're spreading that love and that positivity, and you're making a real difference in someone's life. So thank you all for joining me tonight. I hope you will join us for our next Facebook Live, which will be next month in March. I cannot tell many details, but there is a surprise brewing that I think you all might be very excited about. And I'm pretty sure it has something to do with cake and maybe decorating. I don't know all the details, but I know it's going to be very sweet and very fun. So I hope you will join us. Go ahead and keep watch on our Facebook page for all of our awesome updates and our Facebook Lives, as well as our GSWPA website for all of the different activities that you can join us as Girl Scouts. And if you'd like to be a Girl Scout, you can check out the website there. Information is there. But above all, oh, somebody said, I love my card. I love when you're proud of what you've done, because I'm proud of everything that you've done, even though I haven't seen it. And even though it may not be what you thought it was, but I'm so proud of everything that you've done. So thank you for discovering that we have a need in all of our communities. You connected by putting your creativity into something for someone else. And I bet many of you will have a chance to take action and share that with the people who need it most. So thank you so much. And congratulations on being a part of the Cupid Crew. So thank you all. And hopefully I will see you again sometime in the next coming months when I do another one of these. Have a great night. Thank you.